Hello, my name is Don Lease, and I want to talk to all of you about what we can expect for when we return to church on June 21st for in-person worship services. We cannot wait to see everyone. We're very excited about this opportunity to gather again. We also understand that for many of us, this may not be the best time to return to church. And that is okay. We understand that. Please use your best judgment for what's best for you and best for your family in your decision to return to church. We will continue to have online church service, so you can still participate like we have for the last 3 months or so remotely. We're going to ask a few things though. If you are symptomatic, meaning that if you have a fever, you have a cough, shortness of breath, we're going to ask that you please stay home at this time. Likewise, if you've been near someone recently who is symptomatic, we are going to ask that you remain home at this time as well. So what can we expect when we return to church? We are going to be adhering to social distancing, keeping 6 feet apart from each other. We are going to be wearing masks, okay? The Episcopal Diocese of Louisiana, that is their policy for in-person worship, that we wear masks, also recommended by the CDC, Department of Health and Human Services, just to protect everyone else, that we're going to wear masks, okay? So please be understanding of that. If there will be masks here, if you forget your mask, you can pick up a mask at the front of the church when you come in. There's going to be 3 ushers. So there's going to be an additional usher helping outside, and that's with controlling the access into the church. There will be 2 ushers inside, one when you first come in, helping to direct you down to an usher at the front of the church who will be helping with the seating. We are going to have the pews blocked off. So every other pew is going to be blocked off, so we have a distance between pews. In the pews, we've got blue painter's tape marking off the center of the pew, and that's just to remind us to stay on the outsides of the pews and not use that center piece to maintain distance. Unless, of course, if you're a family and you have the entire pew, which we'll talk about here in a second, please try to avoid sitting in the blue taped off areas. The outside usher is going to control, as I said, the access into the church. So we would ask as you arrive in the parking lot, and perhaps you see that there's a group of parishioners waiting to enter, we're going to ask that you just remain comfortably in your car until you see an opportunity to come into the church and not have to gather outside with other parishioners. When you enter, you will take a bulletin from the table there. The ushers are not going to be handling the bulletins. You'll just pick up your own bulletin. There will also be an offertory basket there, clearly marked. So you can leave your offering on your way into church as well as when you leave. We're not going to pass the offering basket through the congregation during the service. And remember, the realm option of giving through the Realm website is still an option. It's very, very convenient. So when you come in, we're also going to have hand sanitizers there for you to use, and we're going to ask that you please use those when you first enter. When you come in, you'll be directed to the usher here at the front of the church, and that usher's responsibility is going to be to seat you into the pews. So if you're a family of 3 or more, you're going to have the entire pew to yourself. You can sit anywhere on the pew. If you are a single parishioner or if you are a couple, you will share a pew with others, but you'll be sitting on opposite ends of the pew. And in some cases, you may be sitting in the folding chair that is in the outside aisle. We ask that everybody just understanding on this process and cooperate with the ushers' efforts to get everyone safely seated. When we dismiss, we are going to dismiss from the back of the church first, the pews closest to the door, and there'll be an usher helping to direct that as well. We're going to continue to maintain our social distance on the way out of the church as well. What can we expect not to see? We are not allowed to sing hymns at this time, so you won't see any hymnals in the pews. There will not be any communion at this time. The passing of the peace, we will pass the peace, but we're going to greet each of us verbally and from a distance. So please stay in your pews during the passing of the peace, and we just ask that everybody understands that and helps with that. So things that are going to be done to the church to prepare. We're going to do a deep clean of all of the surfaces of the church before June 21st. There is going to be limited access to Martin Hall. The green rector's door will be open, so if you need to use the bathrooms, there's a bathroom around the corner from Father Ashley's office there. That will be available if needed, but all the interior doors from that point out into the parish hall or into the back hallway into the children's classrooms, those are going to all be closed. There will be no nursery, and there won't be a hospitality hour afterwards in Martin Hall as well. So things to remember, just things to remember. We are, like I said, we're very excited about the opportunity to gather again. We've missed seeing everyone, and we are just asking for everybody's patience and understanding as we kind of navigate this new road together. We have a system. That system we will improve upon each week as necessary. So again, we just hope everybody is patient and understanding. If you cannot attend at this time, we understand, and we will be praying for all of you and all of us, however you can join us. Thank you.